Hello everyone, back again with me Dante from Dante's Book Talk with another video. This time I'm going to recommend you 5 mystery crime thriller novels that you should read. First of all, this is actually my first recommendation video ever, and the reason is because I always felt like I hadn't read that many novels, so it was kind of strange for me to recommend you guys some books. Now, since I've read quite a lot, I would like to recommend some of them to you. Oh yeah, but I have actually reviewed most of the books on this list. You know, some of them are on my Bookstagram account and some of them are on my YouTube channel. And I'll put the link in the description below so you can go check them out after you finished watching this video. So basically, I'm not going to talk about any of these books in detail, and if you want to know more about them, you can just check out the reviews that I post. Okay, let's not beat around the bush anymore, and let's start with the first one, and that is... So the story of Tell No One begins 8 years after Dr. David Beck's wife, Elizabeth, was murdered while they were celebrating the 13th anniversary of their first kiss at Lake Charmaine. But somehow on the 8th anniversary of Elizabeth's death, David receives mysterious email that contains a message only he and his wife understands. And not long after that, David finds himself chasing the ghost of his wife. But by doing so, he puts himself in danger, and unfortunately it's even worse because the message specifically tells him not to tell anyone. So this novel is essentially a great mystery thriller novel. And the reason for this is because the mystery in this novel actually gets more and more complicated as the story goes on. You know, it's just much more complex than David initially thinks. In addition to that, there are actually other people who are also involved in the matter. So it's not simply about David and the mysterious email. And oh yeah, by the way, this novel is also filled with lots and lots of twists and turns. This novel is also a great thriller because, while David is trying to find out the truth, he's also being chased by the police and by some bad guys. Why? Well, you just have to read the novel to know, because if I say it will be a spoiler. But overall, this novel is just entertaining, and it's not too technical. You know, maybe if you don't like police procedural type of novel, and it's not too bloody or gory. So if you're looking for your first thriller or something that is just fun and entertaining to read, I think Tell No One by Harlan Coben is definitely the perfect choice. Okay, on to the next one. So the story of Granite basically focuses on Detective Surgeon Logan McRae, who's finally back on duty after a year of recovery from one of the most horrible incidents in his life that almost took his life as well. But unfortunately, as soon as he's back on duty, he's immediately investigating another horrible crime. A body of a 3-year-old is found in a ditch, strangled and mutilated. Things start to get worse when more children start to go missing, and some of them are found dead. All of these horrible incidents just make the police believe that there is a child killer among the people in Aberdeen. With the pressure from the media and the people grow, Detective Surgeon Logan McRae and the rest of Grampian Police Force have to find the child killer as soon as possible before more children become the killer's victims. Okay, I know, I just reviewed this book in my last video, but I just have to mention it again because this novel is just truly a great police procedural novel. So if you are a big fan of, autopsies, interrogation, forensic science, or anything that is related to how the police conduct the investigation, this novel is just truly right up your alley. So the case in this novel actually is so intriguing, and there are also some good red herrings along the way. Because essentially, although almost all the cases in this novel are dealing with children, not all of them are actually related. And I also like the main character in this novel, that is Detective Surgeon Logan McRae. Because although, he shows that he's intelligent, he also shows some vulnerability, and it just makes his character more relatable. And yeah, overall, if you're looking for a great police procedural novel, this Tartar Noir novel by Stuart McBride is definitely one that you should read. So Mystic River by Dennis Lehane basically follows the lives of 3 best friends, and they are Sean Devin, Jimmy Marcus, and Dave Boyle. When they were young, they used to hang out together, but unfortunately all those things changed when a horrible incident befell one of them. That one horrible incident just truly changed their lives forever. After more than 2 decades, these 3 friends are finally reunited again when Jimmy Marcus's daughter is found dead. And the reason is because Sean Devin, who is already a homicide detective, is there to investigate the case. But unfortunately, Dave Boyle is involved in this matter because he's suspected to be the killer. And that's basically where the mystery begins. Did Dave Boyle cold-bloodedly kill Jimmy Marcus's daughter? And does any of these things have anything to do with what happened to one of them when they were still young? So I was genuinely shocked by how great the mystery and the overall story were. This novel is essentially a tragic story of family and friendship. This novel is also a tale of love, faith, trust, loyalty, and secrets. And Dennis Lehan's writing in this novel is just, oh my goodness. It's just so great. I'm just going to show you quickly one of my favorite paragraphs in this novel that just rings true to me and hits me personally. But to be honest with you, I can't say much about this book because I'm supposed to review this with another fellow booktuber. But I don't know whether I'm going to review this book with her. But if we're not going to do it, then I'm just going to make a book review for this book. Because this novel is just truly phenomenal, you know, and it's just one of my favorite novels of all time. But here's what I can tell you though. So the score of this novel is actually similar to that of Granite. So if you want to know, just check that video out. And so yeah, those were the first 3 novels that I would like to recommend to you. And right now we are in the break section. And this is just basically where I tell you to subscribe and turn on that notification bell on so that you will get notified if I upload a video. And also, please like and share this video as well, especially if you enjoy it, because like I always say, it will definitely help the channel to grow. So I would like to say thank you to those of you who support this channel. So the story of No Country for Old Men focuses on the life of a man named Llewellyn Moss who stumbles upon a truck deal gone wrong. There he also finds a bag filled with $2 million. After thinking about it for a while, he decides to take the money and make a run for it. But unfortunately, by doing so, he makes himself the target of a psychopathic killer named Anton Schicker. So yeah, No Country for Old Men is by Cormac McCarthy, one of my favorite authors of all time. And this book is also one of my favorite books of all time. This novel is just truly an amazing Western thriller novel that is just both violent and intense. In addition to that, this book also tackles interesting themes such as fate, chance, free will, justice, chaos, and many more. In addition to that, most of the characters in this novel are just memorable, especially Anton Schicker. You know, he's just a strange man with a strange principle or principles and a strange weapon. I also like the character Sheriff Tom Bell, especially when he shares his opinions and thoughts about the world around him that is becoming more and more violent. But if you want to read this novel, I think it's better if you watch the movie adaptation first before going into this one. And the reason is because Cormac McCarthy's writing, although it's beautiful, is quite unusual and it might be confusing for some people. The reasons are because he writes quite laconically, you know, basically a short sentence, full stop, a short sentence, full stop, another short sentence, full stop. In addition to that, he also rarely uses comma, and he, I guess, never uses apostrophe at all for the dialogues. And that's pretty much the reason why I think it's better for you to watch the movie, because it actually also did help me to understand what was going on in the novel. And I also used the website named Litchart to help me understand this novel a lot better, you know, maybe like the themes, the characters, the symbols, and so forth and so on. So if you're looking for something new, you know, or maybe a unique thriller, this novel by Cormac McCarthy is definitely something that you should try. Okay, so the last novel for today is Memory Man by David Baldacci, the first novel in the Amos Decker series. So the story of Memory Man basically focuses on the life of an ex-detective named Amos Decker, whose life went downhill after he had found out that his entire family had been murdered. So right now, this guy is just, you know, jobless, homeless, and overall hopeless. But things start to change when his former partner visits him and tells that someone has come forward and has confessed to the crime. But while he's trying to seek justice for his family, he is also asked by the police to assist them in a school shooting incident. And since Amos Decker is a man of justice, he decides to help them. Unfortunately, little does he know there is a horrible truth waiting at the end of it all. So this novel is the best novel by David Baldacci that I have read so far, and the reason is because the mystery in this novel is actually quite intriguing. Because although there seems to be two cases at first, the school shooting incident and the case related to Amos Decker's murdered family. These two cases are actually related. How are they related? Well, you just have to figure it out yourself. And things start to get more interesting because all of these things have something to do with Amos Decker's past. This novel is also a page turner because there are no, moments in this novel that dragged at all. Moreover, the main character, Amos Decker, the memory man, is also quite memorable. The reason is because Amos Decker kind of reminds me of the golden age era of detective, like Sherlock Holmes. Because sometimes when he has an idea, he immediately bolts out of the room and just leaves everyone else dumbfounded. In addition to that, his behaviors are also rather unusual. And there are also some other traits that, kind of make him quite memorable. So yeah, if you're looking for a great crime mystery thriller novel by David Baldacci, this one is definitely the one that you should read. And yeah, that's basically all that I have for today's video. But before we end the video, I would like to ask you guys two questions. Since I basically recommend crime, mystery, thriller novels in this video, I would like you guys to tell me what your favorite genre is and also the books that you love from the genre in the comments below. Share them with me and let me know, and I'll definitely check them out, and I might even put them on my wish list. And so yeah, that's all that I have for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And with that, my name is Dante from Dante's Book Talk. Thank you for watching and staying. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.